I'm Jodie Kenobi and welcome back to my YouTube channel. The first thing you've probably noticed if you've watched my previous videos is I've had quite a dramatic hair change in both length and colour. So that's what I'm going to be speaking to you about today. It's just going to be a really quick video to describe what process I went through at home to go from a very dark brown to blonde. I wouldn't advise that everybody tries this at home. It is a damaging process to go through. It's just something that I've wanted to do for a while. I've had time off work and I thought that would be a good chance to do it while I'm sat in the middle of a field somewhere and nobody can see my bright orange hair on the days in between bleaching. So if you've watched any of my previous videos, you would have noticed that my hair has gone from very long and dark brown to much shorter and very light pink/purple. So today I'm going to just be really quickly talking through the process that I went through in order to lighten my hair at home and some of the products that I use as well. I did actually complete this change a few days ago, so I haven't got the boxes for all of the products and things that I use, but what I'll do is I'll insert some pictures as I'm talking about it. All of the products that I've used to lighten my hair have been cruelty-free and vegan. Again, most of which have been from Superdrug, but I'll speak about the other ones that I've used again. I'm just going to get straight into it. The first thing that I did was use Superdrug's Extra Strength Colour Remover. I hadn't actually dyed my hair for a really long time, but prior to that there had been some dyeing like last year and things, so I just thought I'd try and get anything out of it that might have already been in there. It didn't make a great change to my hair, to be honest with you, but I gave it a go anyway. So I can't really say how well that product uses, as I haven't used it in the past and it didn't really change my hair, and I think that's probably because there wasn't really any colour to strip out of it in the first place. After that I left it about a week because you need to sort of get your natural pH balance back. Also the smell of it is absolutely horrible. If anybody's ever used a colour remover they will know that it pretty much smells like rotten egg. I did find that the only thing that got rid of the smell was actually a vinegar rinse, so that's something that I did. If you've had a similar problem and you haven't been able to get rid of the smell just by washing, I would advise that you do a vinegar rinse on your hair, which is basically just a diluted vinegar rinse that you leave on for about 5 minutes and then shampoo out as normal. I then proceeded to bleach my hair, which I won't lie has probably caused quite a bit of damage, but like I said, as you can see, my hair was about down here, so I've had a good 5-6 inches or more off my hair, which has made this process a lot easier, to be honest with you, because it probably would have been breaking on the ends had I not have got all of that cut off. It actually feels in pretty good condition, all things considering. So the first thing that I did before bleaching was lathered my hair in a lot of coconut oil. The coconut oil that I actually used is just from Superdrug, coconut oil for hair and skin. You can probably get better coconut oils for a higher price. This one I wouldn't advise eating, but it works for your hair and it works on your skin. I then bleached my hair with Jerome Russell Be Blonde High Lift Bleach. I've actually got a packet here. I bought a box originally which comes with the cream peroxide that you mix with the bleach powder. I actually bought 2 boxes and then realised I'd need a bit more than that to actually get my hair light enough, so I then went on to buy the peroxide separately and the bleach packets and do my own. But I'll talk about that again a bit later. So I did one bleach with this. I applied it from about 2 to 3 inches away from my roots first, waited half an hour and then applied it to my roots for a further 20 minutes. This then lifted my hair to, I will show a picture, you'll be able to see the roots were very light and the ends were far more orange. After that I again rinsed out the bleach as you would do normal and covered my hair in coconut oil again. I left my hair in a headscarf, as I normally wear it as just a hairstyle anyway often. Left it in a headscarf for 2 days. I then did the same process again and that lightened it quite a few shades lighter again. I will include the picture just here. After that, same thing again, lots of coconut oil in a hair scarf, and I left that for 1 day because I was feeling impatient, I wouldn't actually advise this. It was damaging on my hair. I had quite a bit of my hair cut off, so it didn't actually matter as much. So about a day after, what I then did is I used the same thing, so it's the bleach powder with a 40% peroxide. However, I did a bleach bath, and to do that I added Superdrug's coconut water shampoo, so equal parts peroxide cream to shampoo. It's basically bleaching your hair but somewhat diluting it, so it's a little bit less damaging, but like I said, it still is going to damage your hair. That actually lifted it to a really good colour. That actually just left the ends of my hair still too dark to get to a pastel colour, but the roots were pretty much white at that point. So what I then did, again, lots of coconut oil, left it and for a day, and then did another bleach bath on it. The exact same thing again. And that managed to actually lift my hair to a reasonable colour. I'm not a professional, like I said, so I wouldn't advise that everybody does this, and don't say that you've watched my video then gone to do it and all your hair's fallen out. My hair was in a really healthy enough state to abuse it the amount that I did, and it not cause so much damage. I do actually think that using the coconut oil underneath the bleach gives quite a good protective layer. I'm not sure whether it affects the intensity of the bleach, whether that acts as so much of a protective layer that it doesn't lift as much, but it certainly protects it, and that's what I cared more about. I'd rather have done the process slower and managed to keep my hair in a healthy state and not actually have to cut it any shorter than I already did. This was actually just my preferred method. Normally I would have probably been really impatient and done this process over 2 days and ended up with totally ruined hair, which I didn't really want to do this time. I wanted to keep it as relatively healthy as possible. The actual colour that I achieved is a mix of lots of different semi-permanents mixed with conditioner. I'm not going to go into that because I didn't use exact quantities, so it's a little bit hard to explain. However, if you do want to know vaguely the formula that I used, just comment and I'll let you know the dyes. I can't actually remember the name of them. They were a mix of different directions ones. So what I did was I mixed more of a sort of lavender purple colour for the top of my hair, and then a more of a peachy candy floss colour. That was purely because I wanted it multi-tonal. Also, the ends were still slightly more orange, they weren't as white as the roots, so I knew that a peachy colour would take to them a lot better than a purple colour would. And I actually really like the final product. However, I have actually washed this twice since doing it, so it has actually faded a little bit, but I prefer this colour, to be honest with you, than the initial one. This is a lot more what I wanted. I think that is the case when quite a lot of people go pastel. They prefer it after a couple of washes. It doesn't last forever. You will have to top up the colour. So basically that's pretty much the whole process that I went through. Like I said, I'm not going to go in incredible depth about it. It was more actually just a video to show the new look before I actually do another video and back to sort of beauty products and things like that. This isn't necessarily a review of the products that I've used. It's just a quick description of the process that I went through in order to go from a very dark brown to a pastel colour. I would say what I do advise is using the coconut oil if you are going to be bleaching your hair a lot. It does act as a protective barrier, like I had already said in the video. That's just knowledge that I actually gained from watching other YouTube tutorials of people that had been bleaching their hair. If you've got any questions regarding any of the products, or if you want to know any further details, then do just leave them in the comments section below and I'll be more than happy to answer in a bit more detail for you. Hope you've enjoyed this video and I'll see you again soon.